There's just something about your face. Someone punch you right in your suckle.
Not so much here
Or here.
but
Right here.
Yeah. You know what? I got a sign from the Lord on Monday's class when I was coaching. Logan goes, "You ever thought about doing MMA?" And I said, "No." Why? He said, "I think you'd be really good at it." I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah."
So you want to do MMA now?
So then, no, I'm like thinking, all right, well,
So do you want to get punched in the face?
I mean, I would totally do it, yeah. And I would
I
also punch
could
Wait.
see you getting punched in the face and being
'cause I would
very
really-
okay with it.
I would really kill her.
See, that's my problem.
I would kill her after.
Your moneymaker?
Yeah.
She might hit me.
Dang sure ain't missing this thing
I
up.
know.
She's gonna hit me once.
You have a
and
broke nose. Well,
She's gonna hit me once.
you
It
know.
only takes one.
Yeah, and you can't fix that again. I mean, you
You
can, but
it
you
never-
gotta have a
You
surgery,
see the way that
right?
they look now?
Oh, for sure.
All the
She's gonna hit me once.
Yeah,
and she ain't
the
gonna hit
the
me
broken
again.
nose thing would suck.
No. Even I think of jujitsu and I'm like, the reason why I don't even want to do jujitsu is because I'm like,
You enjoy watching Tatum do it?
yeah, I love watching him do it. Here's the thing that I hate about jujitsu, for me anyway.
He can't punch.
No, it's the mats.
They're all
It's
dirty.
the sweaty old. I mean, like,
They're nasty.
oh, there was a younger me that was cool with that. The older me's not cool with
today.
that.
Yeah, that and in it, you know that you know
Funky
it's that.
booty people.
Yeah,
You know, here's
And how well do they clean the mats every night?
they don't. I mean, they.
Or you're getting
they
staffed 4
clean
and
them.
5
No,
and
no,
6
no,
times.
They mop it with the dirty bucket water.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. No.
Yeah.
For me, it's like MMA.
Good morning,
No one's on you.
We're live.
and we're back.
How are
Hey.
you?
Hey, happy New Year, everybody! 2 weeks later.
For real though. It's already halfway through January.
I've
Hope those
literally-
resolutions are going real
I've
strong
done
here.
nothing this month.
It's going to be good.
My resolution is already blown.
How? What was it?
It's a personal goal.
I don't make resolutions really. I just consider it a good time to sit down and write out some goals, and usually
And never start them?
no.
I'm joking.
heard something-
I actually hit my
ahead,
biggest
yeah.
goal that I had for what year was it? 2021. Oops. I made a really significant goal for myself, and I literally hit it the last day of the year.
Yeah.
The very last
Celebrated the
day.
next day.
Yeah. I hit it
Awesome.
it felt so good.
Yeah, I did too.
It literally took me every single day of the year to reach that goal. I
That's
hit it.
good.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I did
It
too.
felt really
I
good,
did too, and then
especially
I
to
came
chase
back-
something for that long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have your eye on the prize for that long. You know what you need to do. You're just like doing everything you can to reach that goal, and then to hit it, it felt really good. So now I'm gonna do it again.
And again,
A different one?
Uh-huh.
Or the same one?
No, different, but you know,
based off of her last one.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, it's exciting.
I
Feels
set
good.
a bunch of goals.
Yeah, I haven't sat down and, done like physical goals, like physical, like what do I want with this, not my face, but like my body.
Can you do something about the goals with this, please?
Can you help me? 2022, can you help me with this? Right here.
I was listening to an Andy Frisell podcast yesterday, and he was talking about how he literally hates the people that will post like on the 1st of New Year's, and it's like New Year's, New Year, new me. Like, no, mother, like if you didn't start it, it's if you just keep in the same routine of New Year, I mean, I had to listen to it, but it was so fire that I just wanted to make it a sound and then like post it on Instagram. It was just like, gosh, that's good.
It is like kind of.
Man, I want to be on one of his podcasts.
The reason that I don't make resolutions. I used to whenever I was younger. I was like, oh, it's a new year. It's going to be this whole new thing. Like when I was younger, I used to think like that. Now I'm like, okay, it's a new year. It's basically just a reset of the timetable, right? Like you now have 4 quarters. You can break things down into that. I don't know why we're talking about this. It's not even what our show's about at
Yeah.
all. But anyways,
So-
Super Squirrel.
I'm
Good
one of your hosts, I'm
morning.
Kadimah.
Casey.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening and good night. All right, Freestyle Friday. We're here. We were going to jam on specifically, really, last week was kind of, hey, resolutions, goals, things to think about. This week, we're talking about our name.
What up,
The
IG?
change.
IG's popping right now.
Is it?
Just to say, yeah.
What is happening, everyone?
Coach K-Mac, Alicia, Vinci. I can't say your name.
Lamba Capoeira. Lambaco Capoeira. I know that part is capoeira at the end, but
Yeah.
the first part I'm struggling with a little bit.
Lambao? Bao? I don't know.
Dory Frost?
It looks like Doritos to me.
It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool because I want some Doritos now. That's all.
But what
it took.
up?
That's all it took. All right, but yeah, we're gonna talk about the name, the change, where we're going, all that stuff.
What we're doing with our lives
What would you like to say about
in
that?
2022. I think it's a good to just kind of give people some little background history on how we started. Like the whole debacle with the original name and just a little fun trip down memory lane here of our creation story and
Okay.
I think that sounds like a good place to
All
start.
right. So we were like, we started as a CrossFit affiliate, and when we were looking for our CrossFit affiliate name, we picked one that was really close to our other name already. I was like, well, we'll just go DT, Duncan Taylor School of Fitness, easy, right? We're like, it's got a nice ring to it. That's fine. And then we're like, all right, we'll pick CrossFit DT as our CrossFit name, so they're really close and it won't mess up anything. CrossFit was like, psych, can't have that. And so it was like, okay, what do we do now? And we went through 150,000 names, it seemed like.
It was to the point where it was so much time had passed without us having a name that was literally the only thing we needed.
Yes.
We were like, we
Yeah.
need a name to
Yeah.
open. Like
Yeah.
we have to open the business, and we kept getting rejected. So we would submit, get rejected, submit, get rejected. Because to be an affiliate, you have to get approved by headquarters and they have to approve your name. And if it's somebody else's name already, or you can't name after a city, there's all these rules and stipulations.
Can it be
about-
religious affiliations?
CrossFit
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus.
Can't have that.
Yeah, so it was just like one thing after the other, but I mean, I hate to even say that I got to the point where I was like, I don't care what we're named.
It's true.
But this conversation really happened. Like
Yes.
I was like, it doesn't who cares? But looking back, that was actually pretty stupid.
Yeah, but oh well.
I mean, yeah, nothing I can do about it now.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I think that's why, though, that happening, why it just embodied how important the new name then was. Because we knew like, well, we can't do that again. Like it was great at the time because we just needed to open.
I felt like it was like this glass of water that we knew that we couldn't spill a drop out of.
Mm-hmm.
And you just had to keep passing it around. Like, do not spill a drop out of it or we lose $10 billion. And we're
Yes.
just like,
Carefully. Yeah.
that's what selecting a new name was like.
Yes.
For months.
It was. And, but it's funny because, like, I really got to the point where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to be named, Like, I mean, I know, but we had gone through, when we started the renaming process, we started by reading a book about branding and, looking at this. Looking at this.
Should I go to the bathroom? Or
I don't know. Looking at this like from a larger scale, trying to really do some research and studying with, marketing and that sort of thing, but also utilizing other people's brains so it's not just us looking at it, The more minds we could put into the mix, like the better the outcome. So as far as how many names we came up with, it's probably in
the thousands.
For sure. I was going to say like 10,000.
Yeah, it's close to that. It's a lot.
I mean, it was a lot. I mean, you're on. We were looking on thesaurus. We're looking on dictionary. We're running different exercises based off of who we serve, what we do, what we look like. Maybe it's a physical feature. Maybe it's a whatever. I mean, there was just so many freaking variations.
Then there'd be some squirrel moments where some of the names were just good T-shirts. So
yeah, we have a whole list.
We got
of
a lot of
t-shirts
good T-shirt
that are
names.
gonna come. Yeah, funny T-shirts for
So,
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, really, from the beginning, we needed the name to start the business to be able to open.
Mm-hmm.
But and it did the job, and I think we were still trying to figure ourselves out as a business. Who we were and who we were going to serve. If you've been with us from the very beginning, or from watching this business evolve, there's been a lot of changes. Not so much, I mean, recently, but from the point that we opened to now, things look very different. And the cool thing to me is...
Feel free to take any of my comments for T-shirts. You got it, bud.
The cool thing to me is that we've been headed in the direction of, the ultimate vision. And, I feel like right now it's super exciting time for the business, and because it's starting to look like what you envisioned.
Mm-hmm.
From the beginning. And it's like, oh my gosh, like we find, like it's there, it's coming, it's happening. And so that's really exciting. But to have a name that doesn't represent that is like, it didn't make any sense, right? So we knew, how long did we work on renaming ourselves?
Forever.
There was a time where we got to the end and we were like, we can't decide. And it was like, this is kind of good.
You want to know how you build? You want to know how you build patience?
Rename a business?
Yeah, because every week, every Thursday, I'm like,
Well, once we
5 or 6 months.
Well, we did an exercise per week with the coaches every week for 6 weeks.
Yep.
7 weeks.
Yep.
And then we finished all those, and we were supposed to be able to name the business after that, and we couldn't.
Yes, we did.
And I remember sitting down, and Kadimah was like, well, we need to start the exercises over again. And I literally, on the inside of myself, I was like, I am going to explode if I have to do these exercises one more time.
I would have gone nuts if
I-
you had told us that.
Was so sad. I was like, oh my gosh, we have to start over. We have to start this over to like see if there's like a word that we didn't come up with. And it was really, I mean, there was a lot of great names, but we wanted something that was super meaningful, that really facilitates who we are and who we serve and what we do, and embodies us as a business. And so funny. Do you want to talk? I mean, like,
Yes.
we're just,
Yes. So
yeah.
we're in the office, okay, and we're talking about, we gotta get down to these names things and blah blah blah. And I sit and I go, hey, I was just thinking, what do you think of this name?
How about,
And
how
she
about,
goes,
how about Vive?
How about VIVE Society? She goes, I like it. I go, sweet, I like it. I go,
Okay, that's it.
Okay, that's it.
That's how it happened. That was it. That was
Everybody's
it.
face right now. It's like, after all that work, this is how it.
But
Yeah.
you don't
It's-
understand
So,
how
but
pain in
through-
the ass every Thursday was when y'all came in with those activities. I'm like, bro, I'm literally about to go nuts.
Through those activities, though, we did get the word society.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so I won't say that they were a complete waste of time.
No, they weren't.
We weren't really sure too, because like when you look at different businesses and you've got like the Ubers and you've got, you know, you've got these abstract named businesses. You've got businesses that you know what they do, like Shopify, or you know, like you know exactly when you read it, you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do some sort of shopping. You know, like shoe gallery. Like, okay, like these are going to be shoes, and I'm going to be able to buy them, right? You can kind of tell. So you have to decide like what kind of name you want. Like, do you want to be, you know, do you want to be a made-up word? Do you want to be a word that already exists? Do you want to be people to know what you are? Like, what kind of font do you want? What logo do you want?
Oh my gosh.
The fonts alone. I mean, whoa.
It gets into great detail.
Yeah.
It gets into great detail.
And it matters because you don't, we know and we knew, like, we're not going to do this again.
Ever.
This is it. This is it. Never again.
And this is when they became millionaires.
My brain went to Pinky and the Brain.
I think the other thing that I would say about this process is what it's made me realize is like what your dream of reality or vision, or you know that analogy that we talk about, or not that we talk about, but is often said is who's the I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but who's the one who invented the light bulb?
Are you
Thomas
being serious
Edison?
right now?
Yeah. All right. So how many times did he do it? Like 10,000 times he didn't do it?
I think 10,000,
He
yeah.
also hated
Thomas
light.
Edison.
He hated light?
Yeah.
That's weird. But so 10,000 times, right, to invent the light bulb, right? He said, "Oh, I didn't fail. I just figured out 10,000 different ways not to
Do it. Mm-hmm.
Incandescent light bulb, blah blah blah." That's what I felt like we went through with the names.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this could be encompassed or applied to any dream or goal that you have. Is that it's this tenacious approach of like trial and correction and trial and just getting a little closer and a little closer, because we then narrowing all those choices of the names that we had helped us to go, okay, that sounds too hardcore, that doesn't sound like us, that isn't, you know, this
A cool name, but
it's
not us.
You remember Mass? You remember the name Mass?
Yeah, that's a cool name.
Was it Macho
Alpha.
Strength Society, something like that. Jacob, when you need him.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we
Yeah,
had this. It was like
Macho
Mass.
Alpha.
It was
Yeah,
like
Macho
MASS. It was just Macho Alpha Strength Society or something crazy. And
It
I
was
like,
cool.
I was like, that's a really cool name.
Yeah.
But I was like, no one's gonna come.
Yeah.
So what does MAC stand for? You're an alpha.
Like we're the only ones that showed up.
Exactly. So
Only certified alphas can work at it with us.
Oh man.
I don't know what that word means, Stetson. The Edison story is apocryphal. Hey Jacob, what does Mass stand for?
Samsonite. I was way off.
Macho Alpha.
Macho Alpha Savage Society.
Oh yeah.
Savage.
Macho Alpha Savage Society. Sounds like your gym that your mom wants to go to.
Yeah. Gangsta.
We're going to destroy you today.
Mom's gonna be ripped.
So,
Yeah.
Samsonite. I was way off. I don't get it. All right. So, let's just go by that because I'm lost. But on the name stuff, like, it took a while. Yeah, we can repeat everything, Tyler.
We'll start over for you.
It took a while to kind of understand, even through our own coach's eyes too, what they thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was really
Because some of them were really close,
Yeah.
but they were already taken. Right?
Yeah.
Or they were already used as names, you know? So that was kind of cool to see who thought this is who we are, or how it wasn't just us going,
Yeah.
hey, we think we're this.
Sure.
So that was
And
pretty cool too.
Yeah, it was actually good, like doing some of those votes where we'd put our favorite 20 names on the board, or favorite 10 names on the board, and then people would vote for them and be like, yeah, this sounds cool, this is us, like this embodies who we are. It was cool to hear their views and thought processes, because
There were a lot.
they are the body, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I would say now, looking back, we enjoyed this process because we're here.
Well, because the one is chosen. If there was
Yeah.
not a name chosen, I'd be banging my head against the wall.
Even the colors. Okay.
Yes.
Even the colors, getting down to the colors and how close we were. So it was like, you get to this point where we're looking at fonts, okay? and one letter will look like a different font, but maybe the V's look the exact same, but the I's and the E's look different. And
The
so you'd
E,
start to, oh, this one's rounded. I like the rounded one. I don't really like the rounded one. I like the straight one. And it got to the point where we're talking about the fonts. I was like, hey, I really like the straight one. She's like, you know what? That's cool. That's great. And when we get to the colors, we're looking at the colors, and I think we made Jacob get through like 12 palettes of different colors because they were close, but they weren't close. The blues were off, or the bluish green, whatever we call this color, it was off. And when you painted it on a board, it changed colors. We had to rechange that color. And we got to the point where we're looking at the font outside. I mean, we're looking at the color outside. And she looks at me and she goes, I really like this color.
It was the It was the
And
the other.
I said,
was
and I like the other one more. And she's like, I mean, I really like this one. And I was like, you know what? I said, I'm great with it. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah.
So relieved.
Let's be done. And I said, this is just not a hill I'm willing to die on. It's just,
I was so
We
happy.
literally had this conversation like 3 days
I was like,
later.
I was
She
gonna die on that
She
hill.
was like, I was gonna die on that hill. And you didn't understand. I was so appreciative of Kadimah that day.
Yeah, I was.
I was like, thank you, Kadimah. And I'm like,
I was like,
"Yes."
at this point, I was like, they both
get
look
this
good.
girl
They're both going to look
later.
good in pant colors. I was like, because all I really cared about at that point was, if I get a pair of pants,
That's
which
funny.
color is it going to
Oh,
Because I was like, on the
He
wall?
was actually a pretty boy.
Oh, for sure. And so when we were going through those colors and deciding the palette, when we got these first T-shirts in, she's like, the color's off. It is not correct. And she sent me a text message, and I think I was in Florida
He's
at the
like,
time
okay.
when they gave, and I was like,
whatever.
I was just like, well, like, I don't know what to do with that. Like, I didn't know what to say because I knew she was upset. So I just let it.
He didn't say anything. Didn't respond at all.
That's
Never replied. I'm like, bro, I didn't even message you through Slack. Like, I text messaged
I know
you.
she
and
did,
I was
and I was like-
because I know you're going to get this right now. I text messaged him because I was like, I'm pissed.
I asked her 2 days later. I'm like, hey, so I'm like, hey, so what can you even say? She's like, he didn't answer. I'm like,
When I saw the color, I was like, I was kind of confused, and I didn't want to. Here's what was happened. As soon as I received that text message, I don't even remember what I was or where I was or what time of day it was. But when I got that text message, I saw it. I said, okay, I'll get back to it later. When I looked back at the photo and I looked back at the color, I said, I mean, it kind of looks off, but it doesn't really. And
It's
I'm like,
off.
so if
It's
I
a
tell
little
her,
off.
so if I tell her that it doesn't look off, she's gonna tell me that it looks off. If I tell her that it looks okay, she's gonna tell me it is not okay. And I say, so I was going through this thing, and I was like, you know what? I'll get back to this later. And that's how you never get a text message again.
That's when you say, send me another text
Yes.
so I can leave you unread.
Yes. Okay. So what? Now we got another order of shirts in.
Yeah.
And what do you think about that color?
Well, I actually had her bring down the board so that I could compare, but I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
So
I think it's
I'm
gonna be
still
off.
in midst.
This one's
of,
gonna be closer,
I'm still in the midst of.
just by itself.
Yeah.
Put that in here.
It is. It is closer.
Yeah. This color's closer.
Yeah. This is our board.
Yeah. This is closer.
Yeah, it is.
So that's our color scheme right there, along with black and white. So you'll
Yeah.
see it. All the branding is going to change. We actually just finished signage quotes
Yeah,
and a new backlit sign.
I got hit
Super
up
excited
about that. I've gotten hit up about that. When are you changing the signs? Look,
they must
it's
think I'm-
happening.
they must
Yeah.
think I'm
We're
so
not
takes-
lazy.
Yeah, it
we
does-
just don't want to do it again. It's the signs are.
Yeah,
I don't know
and
if
they
you
do
ever
take
bought a
some time.
sign.
The manufacturing part of the sign, the city approval of the sign,
Yeah.
the landlord approval of the sign, all of those little things, and on their own time. It's amazing how many things take so much time, and you just got to get patient with it, because even though we're dealing with one sign guy, it took him every single time almost a week, close to a week, before we would get a response back. And I would send him an email almost immediately back after he sent us whatever. So it's just part of the process.
Yeah.
It just takes time. Good things take time, and I'm just used to that. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. Yes, I saw the sign. Yes, yes, indeed. But you'll see the branding change. You'll see the website change. You'll see all of that stuff change here over time. We have a couple more things to solidify, and then you're going to see all this cool stuff, and we'll be giving you updates
It's gonna be like,
like that on a
0 to
regular.
100
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to happen real
Yeah,
fast.
with
Next
with
year,
this
stop at 80.
with this year, you know, it's gonna just be everything's gonna be tuned in here through the year. So I'm looking forward to this year.
It's going to be super time.
I can feel the momentum, and I love momentum. It feels so good. So speaking of momentum, it's the new year. And it's the new you. It's the new year. It is a good time. You know, like your kids are back in school. You've kind of hit your stride again with the routine. This is a great time to get your butt back in the gym. This is the time to come in, start setting some habits. This is when summer bodies are made.
Go ahead then, coach.
Don't know if you
Let's
know
go.
that.
Come on.
If you want to
Get
look
your
good
body
this
rolling,
summer,
let's go
you have to
move.
start right now. Tyler, I am specifically talking. No, I'm just kidding. I hope he's still on here. He's not talking crap, so he might have popped off.
That's true. We need to go ahead and put the Tyler countdown. We should literally start it on the board right
I
there.
love it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, summer shred countdown for
Starts
Tyler.
now. Yep.
Yeah,
For
it
sure.
does. It starts now. So if you are intending on taking some vacations this summer, you want to look good in your bathing suit.
At least for one day on the beach. Take your beach picture and then just throw it all away.
Throw the picture away or all the work?
All the work.
Picture for sure.
I'm like,
Take the one picture, flex, get your pump on, and then have the rest of that week as
Yeah.
a good super time.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to. I've decided to jump back on the wagon today. So I threw out all of the ice cream and popcorn, caramel chocolate covered popcorn.
Oh man, that sounds good.
It's only 7 grams of fat for 3/4 of a cup.
See, I need like
4
several
of those.
cups. I love popcorn.
Me and that caramel popcorn though, oof, that's good.
I'm not a fool for popcorn, but I'm a fool for like a fat, greasy burger
Yeah, that sounds good.
with some canes.
All right, let's. Since today is the first
Reel
day
it
I'm
back
eating
in.
clean, I'm like, I really need to not have this conversation. So if you are interested in jumping on board with us, our new VIVE gym, not really new, but
Yeah.
new name, who dis?
Yeah.
Then hit us up. We want to serve you guys and we do personal training. We get you onboarded for classes safely. We have strength cycles going on, and this is an awesome time. If you are a member, we give you a little hookup for a referral fee. So make sure to send your friends.
What's the name thing about? It's a long story, James. You could watch
yeah.
it. See ya.
See ya. Bye. See you in about 10 minutes.
Make your 30-minute talk today about now.
See you. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
All my search for potassium. One small pack of Miss Vicky's sea salt and vinegar has 470 milligrams of potassium. Chips might not be worthless.
Oh my gosh, chips are so high in fat, man. I only know this because yesterday I ate a bag of salt and vinegar chips. I think the video just ended. Did it end?
Yeah, I thought y'all said bye.
I can't believe you just did that.
Yeah,
Just
no,
close
we
the thing.
totally didn't.
I can't read y'all's mind. When you say bye, it usually means bye.
We say bye though as like another thing.
So anyways, the salt and vinegar chips though, they had like 17 grams of fat for one bag of a small bag of chips.
Yeah, I mean,
Holy crap, 17 grams of fat. I was like, that's like my
I
whole
take life
day.
as it happens. I ain't looking back for shit.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you guys for being with us today. We heart you.
Yes. Next week, back to some regular scheduled stuff. We'll talk about nutrition, changes in nutrition. I'd like, if Coach Jacob is willing, he usually is.
We'll hold a gun to his head.
Him
I'll
to
bring
talk
the gun.
about kind of the 3 different scopes of where you can be in a nutrition cycle. This was enlightening for me. We had a discussion about it, and it changed my mindset. Made me upset. There is a point of butthurtedness that I reached, but
That means you got a good lesson.
it was a really good lesson.
Yeah.
Because I am like a cartoon, or I want to be like a cartoon. I want all the powers. I want it all at the same time, and I want it now.
You and everybody else.
Yeah. So this will be an eye-opening discussion on nutrition, the stages and different phases of nutrition, and kind of how you see that out in the world. So, anywho, that's it for today. I'm your host, one of them, Kadimah.
And I'm Casey.
And we will see you next week.
Peace.
Love and chicken grease.
Stop talking about food.
I'm not. I got a phone call with Sarah.